Hi guys, welcome back to another Minimum Wager's Kitchen. I'm Gigi, and today I'm going to be making you Melanzane alla Peperonata. What the heck is that? Well, it's a delicious and simple and very flavorful Italian eggplant stew. I can't wait to make this for you, so let's get started, shall we? Alright guys, let's go ahead and start with all of our ingredients. Alright, so for our ingredients today, that's going to be 2 red bell peppers, and I've gone ahead and cut them in 1-inch strips here. For our next ingredient, that's going to be 2 eggplants. And what I've done is I've cut them in half and then cubed them so they're about 1 inch thick. Some of them are a little bit big, and that's okay. Alright, and then our next ingredient is going to be 6 basil leaves. And I've just gone ahead and give it a quick rough chop on there. And for our next ingredient, that's going to be a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Next is going to be some salt and pepper to taste. And the next ingredient is going to be 1 medium-sized sweet onion or yellow onion, whatever's available for you. And again, that's just a quick rough chop on that one as well. All right, so our next ingredient is going to be 8 ounces of tomato sauce. We're also going to be adding the following. That's going to be 3 tablespoons of chopped parsley, 3 chopped sage leaves, 1 teaspoon of finely chopped rosemary. We'll also be adding 1.5 tablespoons of chicken paste or bouillon, or you can also substitute the chicken bouillon for vegetable bouillon. And our final ingredient is going to be 3 cups of water. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started with our recipe here today. So first off, I've got the olive oil here that I'm going to go ahead and pour right into this large sauce pot. And I've gone ahead and turned on the stovetop to a medium heat so that way I don't get burned off on the oil. I'm going to go ahead and let this heat up here, and then I'll go ahead and show you how to test that oil with a piece of eggplant to make sure it's ready to go. Alright guys, so I think my oil is pretty hot here, but I'm going to go ahead and test it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a piece of eggplant right into the pot. And I'll show you here real quick. Ooh, if I can. Alright, that guy in there is definitely frying. So, now I'm going to go ahead and add my onion. And again, that's a rough chop. I'm also going to turn this down just a little bit because again, I don't want things to burn. Sweating things a little bit and trying to give them a little bit of color before we go ahead and add our other ingredients. Alright, so the next step is going to be our eggplant. Let's go ahead and chuck that in. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and give this a stir. I really want to try to coat everything with a little bit of that olive oil. It does definitely give it a lot of flavor as well. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add that salt and pepper. Now I'm going to go ahead and just give this a stir every minute for about 5 to 6 minutes. And that's just so that way we can brown it a little bit. Not really like burnt brown, just give it a little goldenness and start sweating these just a touch. That way these 2 ingredients start incorporating together. We want to go ahead and layer our flavors onto this. That way when you taste it, you can taste all the different flavors. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and stir this every minute now for the next 5 minutes, and I will see you in just a few moments. It's the Minimum Wager's Kitchen. Oh, goodness, you scared me. You know, you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook now as well. And if you like this video, you can go ahead and click like and subscribe. Alright guys, it's been about 6 minutes now, so I'll show you what it looks like here. Got a little bit of that brown on there. Make sure I don't spill everything. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. Basically, we went ahead and sweat these for a little bit. and slightly brown them, just a little bit. And really that's to give it a little bit more complex flavor. Alright, so the next step is going to be our bell pepper. Go ahead and mix this in as well. And the last ingredient for now is going to be that minced garlic. Alright guys, so now we're going to give this a quick stir. And again, we're going to repeat that process. We're going to go ahead and stir it one time every minute for 5 to 6 minutes. Here's a little trick too. If you feel your heat is too high and you need to turn it down but you don't want to burn everything, go ahead and add just a little bit of water. That'll actually help it stew a little bit more evenly. The water will dissipate and then you'll be good to go. Alright, so round 2 on this, so I'll see you in a few moments. Alright, stirring for the last part here. And I did this for about another 5 minutes. And let me show you here what it looks like. You'll see the eggplant is a little bit more stewed here, a little bit more softened as well, including the bell peppers and the onion and the eggplant. Yeah, we've got everything cooking up in here. And what I'm trying to do is just soften those veggies just a little bit before I go ahead and add our water, our bouillon, and as well as our tomato sauce. Alright, so let's go ahead and add our bouillon. And today I'm going to go ahead and be using just bouillon paste. What you can do is use just a little bit of that water that's needed for the eggplant stew. That way it's more manageable. You're not having to scrape there forever. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and add our 8 ounces of tomato sauce. And again, for tomato sauce, don't forget to always look at that label. Make sure that first ingredient is tomato sauce, not tomato paste. It makes a huge world of a difference on the flavor. Alright, and then for now, we're going to go ahead and add 3 cups of water. So I'll go ahead and start with our 2 cups. And another cup. Making that 3. So now all I'm going to go ahead and do is give this a stir. And really what I'm going to let it do is sit here and turn this up to high. Now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get a slow boil here going just for a moment. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to go ahead and turn this down to a low heat. That way it can go ahead and simmer for about an hour or so. Well, this is boiling here, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this down to a low, about a simmer there. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my timer for my oven here for about an hour. There we go. Give this a quick stir here. And really now it's all about letting these guys just kind of hang out here for a little while. And just check it once in a while, make sure it's, not burning or anything. Alright guys, so I'll see you in about an hour, and after that we'll go ahead and finish up this recipe with the herbs and taste it out. I'm excited. Yay! Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and let this kind of simmer here for about a good hour, and now I'm going to go ahead and add the herbs. So we'll go ahead and add that basil, make that parsley. Now we'll go ahead and add that basil. And our sage. And for the last ingredient, we'll go ahead and add our rosemary. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a good stir, making sure we're not breaking all the pieces of eggplant. Alright, hopefully I can show you here what it looks like without spilling everything, because it is lava hot. There we go. Yeah. And it really does smell delicious already. Just throwing in those herbs. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer for another good half hour to 45 minutes. What I'm doing now is just reducing that liquid. Alright, see you in half an hour. Alright guys, so I'm back, and it's been about 35 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and show you what this looks like real quick here. And this is the final product. Oh! Well, I just totally spilled all over. I'll be right back. My gosh, you guys, I really was trying to strive for the 13th episode of not spilling things, but hey, I don't even know what to say. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a redo on that. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the bowl here and show you guys what this looks like without spilling it all over the place. Well, let me go ahead and show you what this looks like. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Super tasty. I almost spilled, but I didn't this time. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's go ahead and give this a taste. That is really good. Lava hot, but well worth it. Wow, that's delicious. And although it is lava hot, I'm going to go ahead and have another bite. This is really good. All that texture too. You're really not losing that texture on the bell pepper skin, including too with the onions. It's not turning into complete mush. And you also get to have the nice consistency of the eggplant as well. See what I mean? Yeah. I'll kind of show you too with the bell pepper. I mean, you're still having a lot of that consistency. So it's not like the skin shriveling up, kind of like tomato. Sometimes when you put fresh tomatoes in a sauce and you don't, blanch them or peel them, when you just don't peel them, then you get all those skins. But this way, you're still retaining all that texture, but it's still soft enough that it's a nice stew, and everything together ends up complementing. Oh, and by the way, this is delicious with some Parmesan on top. That's typically how I have it. And you can also have it with some bread. You can have it as a side dish as well. There's a lot of different options you can do with this. It's pretty dang tasty. I would definitely give it a try. And if you try out the recipe, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Well guys, I had a great time sharing how to make this wonderful recipe, Melanzane alla Peperonata, or hey, Italian eggplant stew with peppers. So yeah, if you try out the recipe, let me know what you think in the comments. And also too, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so that way you can go watch more videos. Also, I have a bunch of videos up now so you can binge watch. Yay! Well guys, thanks for joining me today. I had a great time showing you how to make this awesome recipe, and I hope you get to enjoy it too. I will see you next time on the Minimum Wagers Kitchen. See you next time. Bye. 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 Bye.